Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we will talk about undocumented immigrants who can obtain a green card in the United States. Navigating the path to legal status in the United States can be a complex and daunting process, particularly for undocumented immigrants. While the hurdles may seem overwhelming, there are specific circumstances and legal pathways through which undocumented individuals can obtain a green card, granting them permanent residency. From family petitions to special visa programs, understanding the options available is critical for those seeking to regularize their status and build a future in the U.S. In this video, we explore the primary avenues through which undocumented immigrants can become lawful permanent residents, offering a lifeline to those who have lived in the shadows for too long. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Thousands dream of obtaining permanent legal residence, also known as a green card. For many undocumented migrants, the dream of obtaining legal permanent residency, also known as a green card, seems unattainable. However, according to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, certain requirements could open the door to this possibility. To access this benefit, interested irregular foreigners must meet some requirements. 1. Continuous residence of at least 5 years, having lived in the U.S. continuously during this period. 2. Absence of serious criminal record. They must not have any penalties in the North American country. 3. No deportation order. They must be exempt from any deportation orders in force against them. Demonstrate extreme and extraordinary suffering. Applicants are required to show evidence that their deportation would cause extreme and extraordinary suffering to immediate family members in the U.S. This refers to any situation that would have a significant and lasting impact on the life of a family member, such as the loss of custody of a child, interruption of education or medical care, or loss of a vital income. The definition of extreme and extraordinary suffering is crucial, since it does not refer only to common difficulties, but to exceptional circumstances that justify the approval of the green card. Florida, the document that undocumented migrants would soon lose. Canada will limit the number of visas for international students in 2024. Why? 1. Florida proposes a new law and unleashes terror on undocumented immigrants due to its restrictions. 2. Eligibility for the green card for undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Some examples of situations in which undocumented immigrants could be eligible for the also known as green card are the following. 1. Worker with a good work history. An employee who has lived in U.S. territory for 10 years, has a good work history, and is the parent of a U.S. citizen. 2. Wife or husband of a permanent resident. An undocumented person who has lived in the U.S. for 7 years is married to a permanent resident and has an American child under 21 years of age. 3. Child of a U.S. citizen with a serious disability. An irregular person who has lived in the U.S. for 5 years is the daughter of a U.S. citizen and has a serious disability. 4. It is important to note that even if the petitioner meets these characteristics, obtaining a green card is not guaranteed. According to USCIS, agents will evaluate each case individually. Tips for undocumented immigrants in the U.S. who need an immigration lawyer. There are some procedures in which you may need a lawyer. Although USCIS recommends that the applicants themselves do the paperwork, it also recognizes that some are more complex and therefore people turn to experts. If this is your case, the same government entity issued some tips for finding the ideal lawyer for a procedure such as a green card or any other. If you decide to hire an immigration lawyer, consider that this is a crucial decision, which is why USCIS provides important guidelines for choosing the right legal representation. First, it is essential to make sure that your legal representative is duly authorized. He or she must be an attorney who is an accredited member in good standing of the Bar Association of the Court of a State, Territory, or the District of Columbia. Additionally, the attorney must not be subject to any restrictions or disqualifications from practicing law and must be eligible to practice law in the U.S. Alternatively, you may opt for a representative who is accredited by the Department of Justice's Office of Legal Access Programs and works for an organization recognized by the Department of Justice and included on the list of recognized organizations and accredited representatives. Make sure the attorney is licensed to practice law and is a member in good standing of the highest legal body in your state or region. Also, check to see if he or she is under any court order restricting his or her legal practice and ask to see his or her current license, corroborating his or her eligibility through the appropriate state regulatory entity. USCIS specifically warns about notaries public, consultants, and immigration firms who cannot offer legal advice on immigration matters unless they are duly authorized. In many countries, the word notario denotes a lawyer, but in the U.S. this is not applicable, so caution is urged before giving money to anyone not accredited or credentialed by the Executive Office for Immigration Review or who does not work for an organization recognized by it. For many undocumented immigrants, the dream of obtaining a green card symbolizes stability, security, and the promise of a better future. Although the process may be filled with legal challenges and uncertainties, the avenues to lawful permanent residency do exist for those who qualify. Whether through family connections, humanitarian programs, or long-term residence, gaining a green card is not only a step toward legal status but also a key to unlocking new opportunities. By understanding the options and seeking the right legal guidance, undocumented immigrants can begin the journey toward a brighter and more secure future in the United States. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we will talk about undocumented immigrants who can obtain a green card in the US. Obtaining a green card or permanent legal residence in the US is a goal many undocumented immigrants dream of despite the challenges they face. However, according to US Citizenship and Immigration Services, certain pathways and requirements may open the door to the possibility to be eligible for a green card. Applicants must meet several key requirements. One is continuous residence in the US for at least 5 years, during which they must have remained in the country without interruption. They must also have a clean criminal record, meaning no serious offenses. Additionally, applicants must not be subject to any active deportation orders. An essential requirement is the ability to demonstrate extreme and extraordinary suffering, showing that deportation would cause significant hardship to immediate family members living in the US. Such hardships may include loss of custody of children, disruption of education, medical care, or the loss of vital income. It is critical to note that this suffering must go beyond normal difficulties and must be deemed exceptional by immigration officials. Undocumented immigrants may also be eligible for a green card under specific circumstances such as having a strong work history, being married to a permanent resident, or being the parent or child of a US citizen, particularly in cases involving disabilities. For instance, an undocumented individual who has lived in the US for 10 years, has maintained steady employment, and is the parent of US citizen may qualify. Similarly, a person married to a permanent resident or who is a parent of US citizen with a serious disability may also be eligible. Despite meeting these criteria, obtaining a green card is not guaranteed. Each application is evaluated individually by USCIS, and the process can be lengthy and complex. For those seeking legal representation, USCIS advises careful consideration when choosing an immigration lawyer. It is crucial to select an attorney who is licensed, accredited, and authorized to practice immigration law. Caution should be exercised when dealing with individuals or firms that are not accredited, such as notaries or immigration consultants, as they cannot offer legal advice without proper authorization. For many, the dream of obtaining a green card represents stability and security. While the process may be daunting, the pathways to permanent residency exist for those who qualify and seek the right legal guidance.